25. Quinn the Eskimo, Mighty Quinn. The first on this list of songs originally written by Bob Dylan, Manfred Mann made this one a hit in 1968. 24. American Woman. Thanks to an Austin Powers sequel, Lenny Kravitz released American Woman and even won a Grammy for it in 2000. The song was written by Canadian rockers The Guess Who. Being Canadian, the fact that it's an American woman makes a lot more sense. 23. Killing Me Softly with his song. In the 90s, the Fugees came out with an R&B version of this song with Wyclef Jean counting all the way through it. The first person to make it a hit was Roberta Flack in 1973, but even that was a cover from 1971 by Lori Lieberman. 22. The Last Kiss. Children of the 90s are familiar with Pearl Jam and Eddie Vedder singing this incredibly sad love song, but it was first released by Wayne Cochran in 1961. Pearl Jam played it once through a soundcheck and decided to do it live. Who knew this revival would be such a hit? 21. Lovesong. 311 made Lovesong a comeback hit in 2004, sparking many young fans to believe they wrote it. It's actually a cover from The Cure's #2 hit. 20. Big Yellow Taxi. The Counting Crows and Vanessa Carlton paved paradise and made this song a hit in 2002, but first credit goes to Johnny Mitchell in 1970. 19. Knocking on Heaven's Door. Guns N' Roses started playing this Bob Dylan cover live in 1987, and it was so well received that they ended up doing a studio recording as well in 1990. 18. There She Goes. Sixpence None the Richer brought this catchy tune back on the charts in the late 90s, but The Last did it first in 1988. The original version should sound familiar to you if you ever saw So I Married an Axe Murderer. Turns out the song is about heroin too. Not as romantic, but still addictive. 17. Landslide. The Dixie Chicks hit #1 with this cover of Fleetwood Mac's 1975 hit, much to the dismay of classic rock fans everywhere. 16. Shameless. Garth Brooks made this a country crossover hit in 1991, but the original credit goes to Billy Joel off of his 1989 album Stormfront. Billy had never released it as a single, but the popularity of Garth's version made it a hit for the Piano Man too. 15. Hurt. When people think of this song, many now mainly think of Johnny Cash's 2002 cover, but it was originally released by 9 Inch Nails in 1992. 14. Don't Turn Around. In 1994, Ace of Base hit the pop charts with this song that is widely associated with plenty of 90s montages. However, Tina Turner did it first in 1986. 13. Mony Mony. Billy Idol released a studio version of Mony Mony in 1981 and it was a hit. Then he released a live version of it in 1987 and it was a hit again. Before all that, it was a #1 hit for Tommy James and the Shondells. 12. Wagon Wheel. Darius Rucker has had this song all over country radio, but many people know that it's a cover of All Crow Medicine's Show's song. In an interesting twist, the chorus for Wagon Wheel was originally written by Bob Dylan. Ketch Secker of All Crow Medicine Show years later would write in the verses and come away with the band's most recognizable hit. 11. Twist and Shout. Twist and Shout is a popular song that everyone knows, but few people know who sang it first. The Isley Brothers get the credit with the first recording of it, but the Beatles' version might be the most famous. Amazingly, the Beatles recorded it on one take. John Lennon's voice gave out after the first take, and if you listen to it, you can tell why. 10. It's My Life. No Doubt didn't want to write a new song for their greatest hit album, so they covered this 80s hit by Talk Talk. 9. I Will Always Love You. Whitney Houston made this song tremendously popular as it was released with her film The Bodyguard. It's not common knowledge though that this was originally sung by Dolly Parton in 1974. 8. The First Cut is the Deepest. Sheryl Crow made this song a hit in 2003 with it staying 36 weeks in the Billboard Hot 100. But Cat Stevens gets the credit for the tune. Stevens recorded it in 1967. 7. Blinded by the Light. If you listen to classic rock radio, then you've probably heard this song by Manfred Mann. Surprisingly, it was originally written, recorded, and released by Bruce Springsteen. Yet for some reason, Springsteen's version was commercially unsuccessful and never made it on the music charts. 6. A Little Help from My Friends. If you ever watched The Wonder Years, then you definitely are familiar with Joe Cocker's voice starting off every episode. His version is quite different from the original Beatles song as sung by Ringo Starr on the Sgt. Pepper album. 5. Make You Feel My Love. While most recently Adele has brought this song back into the scene, Billy Joel was the first to record and release it commercially. But once again, the song credit goes to Bob Dylan. Dylan later released his own version after Billy Joel's. 4. Blue Suede Shoes. 1 for the money, 2 for the show. Elvis Presley took most of the credit for this hit song when he performed it 3 times on national television. But the real man with a shoe complex was rockabilly godfather Carl Perkins. The song turned out to be highly profitable for both artists. Number 3. Hallelujah. This song shot back up into popularity after Rufus Wainwright's version was featured in Shrek. Many people love Jeff Buckley's soulful bluesy version, but all of the credit must go to Leonard Cohen for this song that never gets old. 2. Respect. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Yes, we all know it. It doesn't sound right without Aretha Franklin singing it, but it was actually written and sung by Otis Redding. Hey, guys need respect too. And 1. All Along the Watchtower. This song has been covered plenty of times. Arguably, the most famous version belongs to Jimi Hendrix, but the original song itself belongs to Bob Dylan. Again. If you like what you just saw, consider pressing that orange subscribe button on the upper right hand corner of your screen. And if you want more awesome lists, check out our 25 most dangerous hikes, treks, and climbs on Earth, and our 25 interesting beer facts that will leave you tipsy.